On December 12, 2024, former President Donald Trump took to his social media platform, Truth Social, to announce his intention to appoint Kari Lake as the next director of the Voice of America, or VOA. This declaration immediately ignited a firestorm of controversy, raising concerns about the future of the esteemed broadcasting network. Lake, a former news anchor and the Republican candidate for Arizona governor in 2022, is known for her staunch support of Trump and her vocal criticism of mainstream media outlets, often labeling them as purveyors of fake news. Lake's nomination has been met with mixed reactions. Supporters view her as a strong advocate for conservative values who will bring a fresh perspective to VOA. They believe her experience in broadcast journalism will be an asset to the organization. However, critics, including many within VOA itself, have expressed deep concern over her history of promoting unsubstantiated claims about the 2020 and 2022 elections. Lake's appointment is far from certain. The director of VOA is not directly appointed by the president. The process involves a nomination to the International Broadcasting Advisory Board, which then votes on the candidate. The board is bipartisan, and it remains to be seen whether Lake's nomination will garner enough support. The controversy surrounding Lake's potential appointment highlights the ongoing debate about the role and direction of VOA. Some believe the network should focus on promoting American ideals and countering foreign propaganda, while others argue for a more neutral approach to news reporting. The Voice of America has a long and storied history. Founded in 1942 during the darkest days of World War II, VOA was created to combat Nazi propaganda and provide accurate news to occupied Europe. Over the decades, VOA's mission expanded to encompass a broader goal: to promote freedom and democracy by providing objective and comprehensive news and information to a global audience. Today, VOA broadcasts in over 40 languages, reaching millions of people worldwide who may not otherwise have access to free and independent media. VOA's commitment to journalistic integrity is paramount to its mission. The network operates under a firewall designed to protect its editorial independence from government interference. This firewall is enshrined in law and ensures that VOA journalists are free to report the news without fear of political pressure. VOA's commitment to unbiased reporting is essential in an era of increasing misinformation and propaganda. In many parts of the world, VOA serves as a lifeline for people seeking accurate and reliable information. Its broadcasts provide a counter-narrative to state-controlled media, offering audiences a window into the wider world and exposing them to diverse viewpoints. Despite its critical role in promoting freedom of information, VOA has faced challenges over the years. Critics have accused the network of bias, both from the left and the right, and some have questioned whether it remains relevant in the age of the internet. However, VOA's reach and impact, particularly in countries where press freedom is restricted, remain undeniable. The potential appointment of Kari Lake has raised concerns about the future of VOA's editorial independence. Critics worry that her history of promoting misinformation and attacking the media could undermine the network's credibility and erode public trust. They fear that Lake, if appointed, would attempt to use VOA as a platform to advance a partisan agenda, transforming the network from a beacon of objective journalism into a mouthpiece for Trump and his allies. Lake's supporters, on the other hand, argue that her skepticism of the mainstream media is an asset. They believe she will bring much-needed balance to VOA's coverage, which they perceive as biased against conservative viewpoints. They trust that Lake will respect VOA's journalistic integrity while ensuring that American values are accurately represented to the world. The debate over Lake's potential appointment highlights the ongoing tension between the desire to promote American values abroad and the need to maintain VOA's journalistic independence. Some believe that promoting American values necessitates presenting a positive image of the United States, even if it means downplaying or ignoring negative aspects. Others argue that true objectivity requires reporting the good and the bad, even if it reflects poorly on the U.S. The coming months will be crucial for the future of VOA. The International Broadcasting Advisory Board must carefully consider the implications of Lake's nomination and weigh the potential risks to VOA's reputation and credibility. The board's decision will have far-reaching consequences, not only for VOA but for the future of American public diplomacy. The Voice of America stands at a crossroads. The potential appointment of Kari Lake has reignited a long-standing debate about the network's role and purpose. Should VOA serve as a platform for promoting American values, even if it means sacrificing some objectivity? Or should it strive for absolute neutrality, even if it means reporting on aspects of the United States that some might find unflattering? The answer is not simple. VOA must find a way to balance its mission of promoting freedom and democracy with its commitment to journalistic integrity. It must provide a counter-narrative to propaganda and disinformation without becoming a mouthpiece for any particular ideology. The future of VOA depends on its ability to adapt to the changing media landscape while upholding its core values. The network must find new and innovative ways to reach audiences in the digital age, where information is constantly competing for attention. It must also continue to invest in its journalists and provide them with the resources they need to report the news accurately and fairly. Ultimately, the success of VOA will be measured by its ability to maintain the trust of its audience. If VOA is perceived as a credible and reliable source of information, it will continue to play a vital role in promoting freedom and democracy around the world. However, if its reputation for objectivity is tarnished, it risks losing the trust of its audience and becoming just another voice in a crowded and often confusing media landscape.